Greetings and welcome to the pick a card for the week of February 2nd through the 8th. You are to select from card group number 1, card group number 2, or card group number 3. When you comment your card selection below by Monday, February 3rd, you are automatically entered to win our February giveaway. Now, today, y'all know what it means when y'all see my face in a pick a card reading. That means that the winner of our last month's giveaway will be announced in this pick a card reading. So make sure you stay tuned because I will be announcing the winner to our January raffle. And I'm excited about that. I hope you're excited as well. But if you didn't comment at all in the month of January and you want to skip ahead, or you just don't care, there's a timestamp down below where you can skip ahead to the results for 1, 2, or 3. But I hope that you stick around where I announce the winner, because I love when you all congratulate the winner and shout them out. So make sure you do that. I have a couple of very quick announcements before I go into the opening intuitive message and the winner, when I announce the winner. The first thing is this Friday, I think it is, February 7th, I am doing an in-person class with my good friend and licensed therapist, Neojala Hendricks Wilson. We are doing a class called The Secrets to Amplifying Your Abundance through Crystals and Astrology. We're going to talk, the title speaks for itself, how to amplify your abundance, whether that is, monetary abundance, joy abundance, love abundance, all of that kind of stuff. Using crystals and astrology. And so that class is taking place in Greensboro, North Carolina on February 7th. Tickets are only $25. There's a link down below to get your tickets right now, because we want to know in advance how many people will be there. And so make sure you click down below to get your tickets to that. Again, it'll be Friday, February 7th from 6 to 8 p.m. And so if you are somebody who's like interested in gemstones and crystals, or interested in astrology, but you can't really you haven't really yet understood how it can be practical, how both of them can be practical in your day-to-day life, then this is the class you need to attend. So even if you're not in Greensboro, North Carolina, if you're in the area, Raleigh, Charlotte, Durham, wherever, Winston-Salem, High Point, make sure you come through this Friday, February 7th. And again, those tickets are only $25 for a 2-hour class by 2 master teachers, if I must say so myself. And so make sure you click the link down below to get those tickets. Also, watch part 1 and part 2 of Everybody's an Aquarius, including you. I did 2 parts to that video because it's just the way it went, which was so in line with Aquarius season anyway, like going against the norm, because that's not normally how I film those videos. But they were both filmed live on Facebook and uploaded here to YouTube. And it's a 2-part. The first part is an interview. I actually had 2 Aquarians in the video. One, Neojala Hendricks Wilson, who is doing the live event with me on the 7th. She and her husband Sean they're both Aquarians, sun sign Aquarians. And so we had a great conversation about what is Aquarius energy, how it shows up in everybody's chart. Because again, I don't even know why I be repeating myself, but y'all know it don't matter what your sun sign is, only you carry all 12 signs of the zodiac in your chart. And so when it's Aquarius season, it's good to know where Aquarius is for you and what that means for you personally. So we talk about that, and then we pull oracle cards. And then in part 2, I go through all of the signs from Aries to Pisces and tell each one of the rising and sun signs what you should be focusing on during Aquarius season. So those links are down below for part 1 and part 2 of Everybody's an Aquarius, including you. Also down below is the link to watch the 2020 reading of the year. If you haven't done that yet, what you waiting for? Because I go through everything that we need to be looking forward to in 2020, both the good things and then the challenges we may need to all collectively be going through. And one of them that I shared in that reading is every Mercury retrograde for the year 2020. And we're actually in the beginning phases of Mercury retrograde right now. I think it officially goes retrograde February 16th, but it goes through what's called a shadow phase 2 weeks before. So right now we're actually experiencing a bit of that Mercury retrograde energy. So anyway, watch the annual reading of the year, because I cover all of that stuff in that video, and so that link is down below. And so also, if you are commenting, I always give you an opportunity to comment your card selections to get a chance to win the giveaway. If you're commenting on YouTube, a lot of time, I always give a confirmation like, hey, thank you for commenting, and your name is in the hat, whatever. Sometimes, I don't know what's up with YouTube, but sometimes they delete my comments. I don't know. I think it's a spam thing. Like if the words are very similar in every comment, then they delete it because they think like somebody's trying to spam you or something. And I guess because I'm telling each person the exact same thing, YouTube sees that as, I don't know, maybe they think I'm a robot or something. I don't know. So just know that if you don't see my response to you on YouTube that says, hey, thank you for commenting, your name is in the hat to win the giveaway, as long as you comment by that Monday, whatever date I give you, and I usually like put a little heart or I like it or something, just know that your name is in there, and don't feel like I'm neglecting you. But also make sure you follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Those links are down below, because over there is where I show me laying down the cards and talking about what that week's pick a card will be all about. And so people are commenting on YouTube and, on Instagram and Facebook as well. So you can follow me there too. But I'm loving the comments on YouTube, y'all. Thank you so much. All right. Like, subscribe, share, get my book, The Magic of Self-Love. It's a guide to using self-love as a magical tool to transform your life. Book a personal reading. All of those links are down below. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. My opening intuitive message. Excuse me. If I was one of those people that liked ASMR or whatever that is, I would do ASMR readings. But I can't stand when people be whispering, because I'd be like, if you want somebody to know what you're saying, speak up. And then that whispering thing, it just make me feel like, why would you do something like that? I mean, is this some sort of secret message you don't want everybody to know? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. So I'm not going to do it. Okay, so anyway, all right, for real, y'all. So the opening intuitive message this week is all about love. Love. Now, I know that when you hear the words love, especially in like these pick a card readings, because there's so many readings on YouTube that deal with love and does he like you and what she think about you and is that your boo and all this love, like relationship stuff, which is fine. But love is so much bigger than that. Love really is like the driving force of the universe. It's love that pushes forth life. It's love energy that creates the vibration of love and increase and abundance, and what we now know as money vibrate on a very similar or the same type of frequency. And so when there's a lack of love or a depletion of love, it shows up in so many areas of our lives. And it doesn't, you can be in the most loving relationship. You can be with, you can have a partner, a husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, that's so loving. But if you don't have self-love, the magic of self-love, if you don't feel love, if you're resistant to love, if you have had a lot of painful love experiences, if you feel like your daddy never loved you, your mama never loved you, whatever, right? It can keep you from being able to receive love into your life now. And love is one of those things that in my mind, it's like I keep hearing that song. How many of you saw the movie Jason's Lyric? And it was like this scene where like this drunk man outside of a liquor store was like, love is a hurting thing. Sometimes you gotta fight for it. Sometimes, I mean, it's just going on and on and on. So that was in my head just now. But the thing about love is, the reason why sometimes love, quote unquote, hurts is not that love itself hurts. It's the lack of genuine love. It's the feeling like you can't have love. It's really the feeling of the opposite of love, which is rejection and fear. And I would say just rejection and fear. If you've been rejected in love, or if you feel like, you were never loved, that creates that hurting feeling. And then you associate love with pain, right? You think that unless it comes with drama and trauma and insanity, that it's not love. Not understanding that love doesn't have to be that way. Love really is nurturing. Love really is peaceful. Love is creative. In that moment when you're creating something, whatever it is you love to do, whether it's cooking a meal, painting a picture, dressing yourself, whatever, gives you that love feeling, is usually also associated with that creativity, those moments of creativity in our lives. So love is so vital. They have, like when babies are born, and let's just say their parents aren't there or they were abandoned, that hospitals want people to come in and just hold the babies and to say that they love them and to touch them, give them that sense of touch and love and loving words, because they understand that without that, those babies could die. Having or not having that love connection creates death. It can literally cause someone to no longer live, right? So, and even if they are living, it's like they're zombies. Have you ever seen someone depleted of love, or just, not even believing that love exists or love exists for them? And it's like they're living, they're walking, they're breathing, they're talking, they're eating, but it's like there's no life in them. And it's like I just heard also that someone or some of you really need to hear and know that love dwells within you first. So companionship is great. Companionship is necessary a lot of times, and it's a beautiful thing. But you want to have that wealth of love within you, because when you show up in your relationships and your companionship, you are outpouring that love to that person, and they're outpouring their love to you. And in the times when, because humans are human, in the times when that other person is unable to show you the kind of love that you want, or you're unable to give them the kind of love that they want, if the both of you don't already have that love within you, you'll be so dependent upon that other person to love you that when they don't, it can feel totally devastating. And so it's very important to nurture that love energy within you. Know that it's something that you're born with. Just like you're born with the capacity to breathe and to feel and to see, whatever senses you have, right? Love is something that you came into this world with. So it's not something that you're looking for. It's already within you. What you're looking for, if you're looking for anything, is maybe a match to your love, what is that saying, that you date at the level of your self-esteem, right? So usually your companion or who you're partnered with is a mirror of the kind of love that you already have, that you are already recognizing within yourself. You have a wealth of love. You have universal God kind of love within you, but if you're only recognizing a little bit, then that results in low self-esteem. So I don't want to say, that it's all about the love that you, like, if you only have a little bit of love inside of you, because you really have a wealth of love. We all have a wealth of love within us, but sometimes we only recognize a little bit of it. Love is a noun, love is a verb, love is divine, love is supreme, love is abundant. Love is universal. Love is, was, and always will be. That's why God is always associated with love, because that is one of the highest expressions of the divine that we see and experience. And that's why it can be so devastating when we think we don't have it, right? So this week we are looking at what we almost need to know, do, and be aware of as it relates to allowing more love to flow into our lives, allowing ourselves to recognize the power of love that we have, and the value of the love that we have, because so many of us don't even value the love that we have. We think that, it's just that little thing, when really, it's when you love somebody, you're giving them life. You're really giving them life. And so it's important that, that you value that life-giving energy that you are also pouring out into the lives of, other people as well. All right. So that is it for my opening intuitive message. Make sure you come back and listen to that throughout the week, because something I said could make more sense to you later on. And whatever I said is going to tie into your pick a card results. And so when you watch that, whether you picked card group 1, 2, or 3, come back here and listen to this opening intuitive message as well. All right, y'all. So it is time to pick our winner. I think we had about 40 some names in the hat this week. So I'm super excited about our January winner. Oh, this is our first winner for 2020. So I'm gonna go ahead and say congratulations to whoever it is, because you jumping us off for this new year. So our first winner for the year 2020 for our January giveaway is winning. I'm going to give a reading for that person. The prize is a reading, a one question. When I pick your name, you will have 7 days, because we don't want to drag this all the way on out into February. You have 7 days to email me a question that you have, and I will do a reading for that question. And there's nothing off limits. Whatever question you have, just don't make it a big book. Like, don't write me a book of, try, even if you have to talk it out before you email me, or even if you can email me 2 or 3 sentences. I'm just saying, don't email me 20 paragraphs. Okay. Just getting to the heart of whatever it is that you want to know or get clarity on in your life right now. So that will be the prize that I give to our winner. All right, so I'm gonna pick a name. Okay. I don't know how this sounds to you. I'm sorry for all the sounds. And I always look away because I don't want nobody thinking I'm, looking at the names. And I only have one in my hand this time. So our winner for our January giveaway, oh, congratulations, is Keandra Rena. Keandra Rena, I want to say, did you comment on Facebook? I can't remember, but it don't even matter. Congratulations, you are our winner of our January giveaway. Whoop, whoop. I want everybody who commented, and even people who didn't comment in January, to comment down below. Congratulations to our winner, Miss Keandra. Thanking, I'm assuming her, I don't know, it sounds Keandra. Congratulating Keandra on winning, or on being our, not just mine, our January pick a card reading. Super congratulations to you. Thank you so much for commenting and watching my videos, Keandra. But not only you, everybody. Thank you, everyone who commented in January, who came. That means so much to me, y'all. Like, for real. It really does. I so appreciate you all coming on, watching my videos, commenting, and really just, even bigger than that, is just trusting, that perhaps I can give some kind of wisdom or guidance to your life. And so that is very meaningful to me. I so appreciate everybody who commented, and even people who, you know, haven't commented but just watch. I appreciate you as well. But congratulations to Keandra. Thank you so much. I'm going to reach out to you and I will send you my email address, and then you can, you know, we can move from there on you getting your prize. So congratulations to you. So that is it, y'all, for my announcements. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Subscribe to this channel, share this video, comment your card selections by Monday, February 3rd, if you want to be in the running to win our February giveaway, and get your tickets to the Secrets of Amplifying Your Abundance through Crystals and Gemstones, because that class is going down on Friday, February 7th, and I don't want you to miss out. All right. So until we speak again, oh, I'm acting like I'm at the end. No, not until we speak again. Card group number 1, your reading is up next. All right, welcome to card group number 1. I will quickly go over the announcements just in case you were one of the ones who skipped ahead. Make sure that you listen to my opening intuitive message, because it ties into what your card results, what will come out in your card results. And so you want to not only listen to your results, but you want to listen to the opening intuitive message, because they go hand in hand. Make sure you get your tickets for this Friday, February 7th, where I am doing my live in-person class with Neogela Hendricks Wilson, a licensed therapist, called The Secrets to Amplifying Your Abundance through Crystals and Gemstones. That will take place February 7th from 6 to 8 in Greensboro, North Carolina, for only $25. Make sure you click the link below to watch my annual reading of the year that I did back in January, because in it I talk about all of the Mercury retrogrades of 2020, and guess what? We about to have one right now. So you want to be aware of what all of that means and what to look forward to. Also, click the link to watch part 1 and part 2 of Everybody's an Aquarius, including you, because no matter what your sun sign is, we're in Aquarius season, so you need to know what to do in Aquarius season. So book a personal reading, get the magic of self-love, leave a love offering or donation. And also, I announced our January giveaway winner. So if you want to know if you're the winner, you'll want to go back to the beginning and watch and see if I called your name. Okay. Also, comment your card selection by Monday, February 3rd, if you want to be in the running to win our February giveaway. So the stone that is at the top of your deck is a peach or pink selenite. I love this stone. Whenever I use a selenite, like if I slept with one under my pillow, my dreams are really amplified. I already dream a lot, but it seems to go to the next level. Selenite is one of those stones in general, like the white ones in general, really help to connect you to spiritual, to boost your spiritual connection and your intuition. The peach selenite is really good for also incorporating a spiritual connection even in your love relationships, and in helping you to open your heart to love, and to help you to know how to trust. If you have had trust issues in the past, or you know, whatever, rejection issues, or just whatever, hurt, you know, dealing with love, selenite helps with that. And in my opening intuitive message, I talked about the energy of rejection and fear, and how they connect to the love energy. So again, you want to make sure you listen to that. But peach selenite is really good for boosting your spiritual self, adding spirituality into your love relationships, and also helping you to have clarity of mind and communication. And so you know what I always say you do, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't the gemstone expert of all time. So guess what? Google peach selenite if you want to know more. All right, so the card that is at the top of your deck comes from a goddess energy deck, and the goddesses speak to us all, whether we are man or woman, whether we believe in them or not. It doesn't matter. Guess what? Because the goddesses, their stories have lessons for us all. And I know that I say this every single time, so forgive me if you're someone who watches my videos and you're like, why did she say that every single time? because sometimes these are people's first time watching. So, you know, we got to give them lowdown. So the goddesses speak to us all. And this week we are looking at what we most need to know, do, and be aware of as it relates to allowing more of that love energy into our lives. And the goddess that chose to speak to you is Sarasvati. The goddess Sarasvati. She is a Hindu goddess. Underneath there says mastery. Hopefully she is up here now, y'all. I hope I remember. I'm going to remember to put her up here. So I'm believing she's here. Okay, so now you can see her. Let me scoot over so you can see her good. Sarasvati, yes, does deal with mastery. But she's about mastering your like cultural expression and the arts and all of the beautiful things of life. You know, life can be very mundane, right? You can be all about just going to work, paying your bills, coming home, going to sleep, getting up, doing the same thing every single day. And you forget what you're living for, why you're doing what you're doing. Again, that's that love energy I talked about in the opening intuitive message. So Sarasvati reminds you to be well-rounded and to be cultured, because there's so much more to life than just the working aspect. And so I'm going to read the message that she has for you. I'm going to read two messages, her empowerment message and her alignment message. Excuse me. Her empowerment message says, mastery is a genuine sense of effortless knowledge after a period of dedicated immersion. The Hindu goddess Sarasvati asks you to enter her domain of art, language, knowledge, music, and poetry, and make this commitment to go the distance. Immerse yourself, body, mind, and spirit, in discovering all aspects of what is at hand. Learn and then learn more. Right now, if you adopt the role of apprentice and are willing to devote your heart and mind to something, you will become a true master. Deep wisdom knows only continuous learning. No matter what question you've come to explore, the goddess Sarasvati reminds you that the pursuit of mastery is never ending, so enjoy every minute of it. So this week, those of you who selected card group number 1, Sarasvati is reminding you to whatever you have let go of, whatever you have just kind of done half-heartedly, become a master at it. And it's okay to, and really in becoming a master, you're still not a master because you're always an apprentice. You're always learning. You're always growing. You know, it's always about immersing yourself in the fullness of whatever it is that you're doing to expand yourself. That increases the love energy in your life, because when you're just kind of like blah about everything, then that's how you are about love, and that's probably how you attract money, like blah, you know. I mean, that's kind of how your relationships might be, like blah, because that's the energy that you're giving. But Sarasvati is like when you fully immerse yourself in everything that you enjoy, you know, or even just in learning something new, it brings you new life and new energy. Excuse me, y'all. So you want to make sure that you're doing that. Now, her alignment message says, are you someone who begins things with great enthusiasm, but when you realize the scope of the situation, you move on to something else? Could it be you're dealing with someone like this? Ambivalence is something to be careful of at this time, as you recognize you need more knowledge and energy than what you have to move forward competently. The goddess Sarasvati reminds you that there are no shortcuts on this journey, and partial knowledge does not make you a master. In fact, your alignment task is to stop working in a scattered way. It's time for some deep diving into the subject of your inquiry to really get a command of the terrain. Offer the commitment of your time and energy, and you will feel the surge of power as you move into a more masterful role in all areas of your life. Stick with it, keep learning, and keep practicing your craft, your heart commitment, your meditation, and your self-expression. Stay present to it all, and you will be glad you did. So I'm feeling that some of you who selected card group number 1 are... you know, love is an energetic force, right? And if you are feeling kind of a lackluster in your energy in any kind of way, even if you're a very active person, if even in your action, you just feel like there's no meaning there, no purpose, just kind of lethargic, even in your doing, that this is that perhaps is because you're moving and functioning in a very scattered way. You're doing this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. There's nothing wrong with being multi-talented or even multitasking to a certain degree, as long as there's meaning and purpose there. But if you're just doing a bunch of stuff half-heartedly, what is the saying, like the jack of all trades and master of none? Then that depletes you of your love energy. And then what happens is you go in search of that from somebody else. You're looking for your partner, a relationship, your job, other people, your family, to give you something that you should be pouring into yourself. How do you pour that love energy into you? According to Sarasvati, you pour all of yourself into the things that you love. You give all of yourself and not just half of yourself and a little bit of yourself and being so scattered and all over the place, but you're more focused and you're more energetic, and you show up in a very energetic way into everything in your life. And so that is it. For the goddess Sarasvati, you know what I always tell you to do. If you want to know more about her and her story, make sure you Google Sarasvati. All right. So the cards that came up for you here, let's see, let me find them. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. All right, so the cards that came for you here, the one on the bottom is your general wisdom and guidance, where you are now, perhaps. The card that crosses it lets you know what can help or hinder you at this time. And so you received the Ace of Swords, and it is crossed by the moon. The Ace of Swords, and it is crossed by the moon. Okay. Is it up there, y'all? Okay. So, so the Ace of Swords is like new knowledge, new awareness. It's like aha moment. It's like, I love the Ace of Swords because it is a clarity card. If you have ever just been through, and we've all been through it to some degree or another, that kind of, I don't know what I'm doing with myself. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what. I'm just here. I'm just, maybe something work out today. Well, didn't work. Maybe something work out tomorrow. The Ace of Swords is, is a card of to let you know, to be on the lookout for divine clarity. I mean, even when you look at it, you see it's like a hand coming out of the sky with the sword. And the swords themselves represent intellect, knowledge, information, awareness. So it's like becoming aware of something that opens your mind, gives you a new perspective on something. Because we are talking about love this week, how to allow more love, to flow into your life. And to be more receptive to love. You may find that this week you become aware of what love really is to you, or what really makes your heart sing. But also some of you, I'm kind of laughing because I feel like some of you may actually become aware, even though I said this one about, romance per se, but some of you may become aware of how you want to be loved, or aware of a situation or a person that's like, wow, I didn't even realize this guy was here. This woman was here, whatever, this whole time. It's like the veil being taken off of your eyes, and you're recognizing the opportunities for love that's around you that perhaps you've been rejecting, neglecting, not paying attention to. And it's really, and I just so hope y'all don't take this like a shameless plug, but straight up, for real. This book right here, The Magic of Self-Love, you need to go to Amazon or click the link down below and get it, because I talk about self-love being that magical tool that really helps you to recognize all of the love around you. If it doesn't exist within, How can you recognize it without? Or you could become one of those persons who depletes other people because you're like, love me, love me, love me. And it's like, no, if you have that love within you, then you won't be such a drain on other people. So this week may be a week where you become aware of just how wonderful you are and just how much love energy you already have within you. The Swords cards are, like I said, about intellect, knowledge. It's more mental than heart. So I'm really saying it's more of an awareness of the love that's already there around you. And I really feel like because Sarasvati was the goddess who came up for you, it's really about the more you pour love energy into yourself and you focus on the creative avenues that you enjoy in life, and you focus more on expanding yourself, because Sarasvati is all about self, expanding yourself. What does she talk about? Your love for languages, art, music. Not, when you expand your knowledge base, if you will, then that increases even your self-love and your self-worth, which then starts to draw more love that you desire to you. Excuse me. It is crossed by the moon, and the moon is a card. The moon sometimes goes both ways. I like the moon because it does deal with, your intuition, your subconscious mind, your dreams. When you think about the time of the day that the moon comes out is at the time when most people are preparing for sleep or preparing to rest their minds. Wow, because it's crossing the Ace of Swords. So the moon also in this instance can indicate that some of you need to rest your minds, allow your minds to just relax and to rest. You're overthinking. Some of you got Ace of Swords going too much. You're overthinking. You're over trying to figure it out. You're over, doing the most as far as trying to figure it out, trying to make things happen, trying to make, make more loving or love type or pleasurable situations come into your life. And so, you might be overthinking it, and you really need to just allow your mind to rest and to just dream. Allow yourself to dream, because the moon is about the subconscious mind. And it's really what happens on the subconscious mind that manifests into your life anyways, not your conscious mind. Because your conscious mind is like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. But it's your subconscious mind and your subconscious habits and your subconscious behaviors that is really what is attracting or repelling things into or away from you. So then that brings me to the lower energy of the moon card, which deals with fears and self-sabotaging behaviors. So this may be the week where you really have self-examining. Self-examining is so important for those of you who selected card group number 1, because you have to know what is going on in your subconscious mind. What beliefs do you have about love, about your ability to attract love, about your ability to receive love and to give love, and your own loveliness and your own worthiness and your own self-value? What subconscious beliefs do you have about that? And how you know what your subconscious beliefs are? Just look at your life. Look at the patterns of your life. Look at the type of relationships that you always find yourself in. Look at the type of friendships that you keep around you. Look at how you go about even your work. Even if you work a job that you don't like, how do you do it? Do you do it like you don't like it? Or do you at least show up because it's not about the job, it's about you, boo? It's about you. It's about you. It's about how you show up. How you show up is how your circumstances will show up. How you show up will determine what changes, what moves on your behalf. How you show up, even for the things that you don't like, will determine whether or not those things stay in your life or whether or not they leave. And when you show up full of self-love, full of self-worthiness, full of the knowledge of your worthiness, and not the overthinking about what you think you should have and shouldn't have or whatever, then the good that you want will flow to you because you're showing up in a different way. And I tell my clients all the time, and I'm going to tell you, it is you. You are the magic. You are the magic. You are the magic potion. You are the thing that changes, attracts, repels. It's you. It is you who has that power, not anyone else. right? And so so as you're examining what is going on in your subconscious state of mind, and even your hidden fears, some of you probably even have fears about rejection, or fears that were birthed in your childhood because your father wasn't in your life, your mother wasn't in your life, or somebody did something to you, somebody hurt you, a family member who should have loved you unconditionally didn't, or you know, so that kind of set the tone for how you go about loving yourself and giving and receiving love. And so that pattern is still running on your subconscious mind. And so the moon is saying, hey, it's time to release that is down there. It's time to get clear on what is happening on the subconscious level so that you can let it go. Or it's time to get clear, or it's time to get more into your dreams and the vision and the imagination that you have for your life, and the hopes and dreams that you have for your life. And so that you can then usher them into your physical manifested world, right? Yeah. So the wisdom card that came up for you this week, I don't think this card has ever come up in the pick a card readings. Loyal heart. Loyal heart. And look at this two, well, here you go. Two owls, which represent wisdom and intuition and insight, but it's two of them. So it's also companionship and balance, even deeper. Companionship is about balance. It's not just about who gonna love me, how can I love them. Companionship is about balancing yourself with another. It's your counterpart. Okay, so the two owls there are representing that. But I'm going to read the information that comes with this card. And it says fidelity, loyalty, and devotion. Evidence of loyalty will appear in your life. Others will prove they are faithful to you, and you will in turn commit fully to them. There is a sure and abiding certainty in your heart. Know that spirit is always loyal to you. No matter the outer circumstances in your life, trust and have faith, for you are eternally loved, always divinely protected, and divinely directed. Loyalty, faith, trust, devotion are things that are available to you, you know, as you are trusting yourself and devoted to your purpose and to, you know, your own heart, and devoted to cultivating your own love energy, then that counterpart shows up. Some of you really might be falling in love this week. Some of you may be growing in a deeper awareness and understanding of what love is and how you want that mirrored back to you, whether that is in a partnership or whether that is just in all areas of your life, your friendships, your job, you know, your children, your home. You know, how do you want that love energy mirrored back to you? A mirror only reflects what you already have. So this week, as you cultivate that love energy within you, watch for it to be mirrored back to you, and then be open to receiving. All right, so that is it for your reading this week for February 2nd through the 8th. Make sure you comment your card selection by Monday, February 3rd if you want to be in the running to win our February giveaway. Come back and listen to this message throughout the week, because something I said here now can make more sense to you later on. Also, listen to the opening intuitive message I did at the opening of this entire video. And congratulations to our winner if that's you. If it's not you, make sure that you congratulate our winner in the comments section down below. Show them a little love and a little shout out to them. So that is it. If these readings are benefiting you in any kind of way, make sure you leave a love offering and also subscribe to this channel. Okay, so that's all. Thank you so much for watching, and until we speak again, I am wishing every one of you so much peace and love. Greetings and welcome to the card results for card group number 2. I will quickly go over the announcements just in case you're one of the ones who skipped ahead. Make sure that you go back and listen to the opening intuitive message that I did somewhere in the first few minutes of this entire video, because I go into detail about love energy, and it will give you a deeper insight into these results that I'm about to give here. Also, this Friday, February 7th, I am doing my live in-person class in Greensboro, North Carolina, with licensed therapist Neogela Hendricks Wilson. And the class is called The Secrets to Amplifying Your Abundance Through Crystals and Astrology. And so we'll be going, is self-explanatory, how to increase all types of abundance using crystals and astrology. Those tickets are down below. The link is down below. It's only $25. And so if you are in the Greensboro, North Carolina area this Friday, February 7th, go ahead and get your tickets now in advance so that we will know how many people to anticipate. Also, watch part 1 and part 2 of Everybody's in Aquarius, including you. No matter your sun sign, we are in Aquarius season. And so you need to know what to do right now. And so in part 1, I actually have Neogela Hendricks Wilson and her husband, Sean, in that video with me. They are both Aquarians. So they're sharing with us what Aquarius energy is like and how we can tap into it this season. And then in part 2, I go through all of the signs from Aries to Pisces, explaining what each one of the signs should be doing now during Aquarius season. Also watch the 2020 reading of the year that I did back in January. So I talk about everything that will happen in 2020, including this first Mercury retrograde, which we are on the heels of. We're actually already feeling the energy of it right now. So make sure you watch that video. That link is down below. Subscribe to this channel. Book a personal reading. Get my book, The Magic of Self-Love. Leave a love offering or donation if these readings are benefiting you in any kind of way. No donation is too small or too big. It's just about the law of reciprocity. And I think that's it. Okay, so the stone that was at the top of your card group is a fluorite. Now, this is a little yoni egg, but I have not used it. Any stone that you see on these card groups, if it's something like this, it means I have not, it's just, I like these eggs because they fit perfect. It's like they fit perfectly in your hand. I don't know. So, if you have, if you get an opportunity to get the egg shaped gemstones, and let's just say you don't necessarily want to use them in terms of like a yoni egg, or if you're a man, so you ain't gonna be using it like that, and you just, I just highly suggest these as well because they're just good. They just fit perfectly like in the palm of your hand. Okay, so anyway, so fluorite, the green fluorite is really good. It is one of those stones that can attract luck and different forms of abundance or prosperity into your life. But it's also good for healing that love energy. It's good for your heart chakra. If you need like closure to a particular relationship, if you've, if you are needing to understand other people's feelings and have better communication in your love, like if there's any hiccups in how your heart energy or your love energy is flowing, then green fluorite is really good for that. And so, you know what I always tell you to do? Google green fluorite if you want to know more. All right, so, and let me just say this too. I know some I have to be repetitive. Nobody's complained about this, but I just feel the need to say it. If you watch my videos, some of the things I say are repetitive, because I never know who's watching. And it's important to me that you have an understanding. Sometimes people pull cards and it's just all about the mystical side. But who cares if you don't understand? If you don't understand, what this stone is helpful for. If you don't understand what these cards are, what they really mean. If you don't understand, to comment below your card selection so that you can win the monthly reading. So I repeat myself a lot. oh God, I can tell we going into Mercury retrograde. Because why am I even saying this? The fact that I feel the need to over communicate right now. So Mercury retrograde. But I repeat, I do a lot of repetition because that's how you learn. That's how you grow. It's not just about you just, I could do these readings. I could flip cards in 10 minutes. These videos will be way less in just 10 minutes and be done with it. But it's really important that I'm responsible with my gift and that I speak in a way that I feel is giving clarity and guidance that is needed. So just in case you were wondering, if you've been watching, you're like, oh, I know what she's getting ready to say, that's why. Okay. So anyway, so the card that is at the top of your deck comes from a goddess energy deck, and the goddesses speak to us all, whether we're a man or woman, whether we believe in them or not. It doesn't really matter. It's their stories that teach the lessons. And so this week, since we are talking about love and how to be more receptive to it and more giving of it, the goddess that chose to speak to you this week, girl, she came up last week, Persephone. Inexperience. I have to tilt it because I don't have to tilt it. That light is so bright sometimes you can't see it. But anyway, Persephone. She deals with, like the card says, inexperience. Hopefully she is up here now. The goddess Persephone definitely was inexperienced. She represents the spring. The newness. When you think about springtime, there's a new energy in spring. It's new life, right? But it's very fresh. Like when flowers are first blooming, they're beautiful, but that's also the time when, if they're not protected, they can die more easily than when they get grown and more mature, than more hardy, right? When they're still like little seedlings, that's the time that if there's a frost that comes, unexpected cold weather, or too much warmth, that it could kill that plant because it's not strong enough to survive. And so Persephone represents that aspect of us when, number one, wherever we are in our lives, number one, when we are entering into something new. It could be a love relationship. It could be a career. It could just be a decision. It could be signing a contract. We are about to enter into Mercury retrograde, so you want to be mindful of that. It could be like even signing a contract that you are not fully aware of all of the details, but you're just taking a risk. And taking risk is good, and taking risk helps us to grow, because if you only did the things that you're experienced at, you would never grow, right? But then the flip side of that is that sometimes, inexperience can make you prey to those who have more information than you, who are more aware or more experienced than you. So I'm going to read two messages from Persephone. The first one is her empowerment message, and the second one is her alignment message. And if you watched the pick a card last week and you got Persephone again, then please pay attention, okay? So her empowerment message says, sometimes not knowing is a great gift. Right now, the Greek goddess Persephone invites you into a state of open-hearted learning. Discernment comes with experience, and at this moment, it's okay to admit you don't know or fully understand what is in front of you. Be curious and teachable. The goddess Persephone will be with you to ensure you will not fall prey to unconscious commitments and dangerous alliances, just as her own naivete caused her to strike a terrible deal with the god of the underworld. That said, every experience has value. No matter what choice you make right now, the consequences will have a lasting effect as you integrate your lessons and travel the road of destiny. I believe that first of all, I believe that whenever we have options in front of us, no matter what they are, right? When we have options in front of us and we have a gut feeling to go one way or the other, if we choose in opposition to our intuition, then even though we knew the right way to go, but we chose the wrong way, it's really because it's a lesson that we still, for whatever reason, needed to learn. So even choices that cause you to learn the hard way, you're asking for you're it's like you're asking to continue to learn that lesson on a deeper level. But I would highly encourage you that if you cannot learn the hard way and you can learn the easy way, to learn the easy way. Why learn the hard way? You know, pay attention to your intuition is what I'm telling you all. So her alignment message says, the goddess Persephone was forced to pay a high price as restitution for what she thought were innocent actions. Today, she is a wiser goddess and is encouraging you to stop what you are doing and pay attention to the red flags. Don't take a bite of the forbidden fruit unless you are willing to pay the price. The alignment task offered to you by Persephone is simple. If you feel unsure in any way about what is being offered to you, step back and ask, do I have enough knowledge and strength to explore this without attachment to what lies ahead? If the answer is yes, jump in. If the answer is no, consider the wisdom of waiting. For this or something better now manifests for you in divine timing. Don't fall for the seduction. It won't be worth the price. It's simple. If something feels too good to be true, just do the due diligence and see if it is, in fact, too good to be true. And be honest with yourself. You know, allow yourself to have new experiences, allow yourself to explore and to, you know, step out there on faith and try new things, but also just pay attention to your intuition. If something doesn't feel right, then just step away from it. You don't have to say yes to everything that is offered to you. The power of no, let me tell you, power of no. When they say no is a complete sentence, it is. You can say no. You ain't got to do everything just because somebody suggested it or presented it to you or even made it sound like this grand idea. You know, if in your soul it just doesn't feel right, then don't do it. But if you feel cool with it, then roll with it. All right? So you know what I always tell you to do? Google the goddess Persephone. If you want to learn more about her story, all of the goddesses have storylines that teach us lessons. All right? So look her up. Okay, so these cards here, the one on the bottom represents where you are now, your general wisdom and guidance. The one that crosses it lets you know what can help or hinder you at this time. So you got the 6 of Wands, and it is crossed by the Hanged Man. I look like that because I think the Hanged Man came up with Persephone last week, but I'm not entirely sure. I think so. Anyway, but the 6 of Wands, again, and is crossed by the Hanged Man. Are they up there? Let me scoot over. Okay, so the 6 of Wands is a card of victory. It's a card of having gone through different trials, challenges, not even just necessarily bad things, but the 6 of Wands is like achievement. Like you've tried at something, you put yourself out there, you try, and you won the prize. You know, the 6 of Wands is celebration. It's like it's celebrating your achievements, your accomplishments. So it's very interesting that Persephone came up first because Persephone represents that inexperience, but still, you know, dipping her toe in the water and, you know, living her life a little bit, trying to see what will happen. And so there is no achievement in your comfort zone, right? You do have to step out of your comfort zone and to have the achievements that you want. With this week, with us looking at how to increase your love energy, to invite it in or to give it out more, some of you may be inexperienced in love, or you may be just, I so didn't think any of these were going towards relationship, but even card group number 1, I started talking about love in terms of relationships and romance. But you know, some of you may have already been through relationships in the past, and then, you know, now you're kind of putting yourself back out there. I don't know, this ain't, you ain't the only one who selected card group number 2. So if that's not for you, just book your own personal reading to get the information for you. But you know, this inexperience is almost like when you're putting yourself out there for the first time in a long time, and you know, it's new, it's fresh, You don't know what to expect. It's been a long time since you've gone through that whole rigmarole. So you're putting yourself out there again. But this could mean anything. I mean, career, maybe you're trying for a new career, applying for something new, or starting a new business. And so with the new, there's always that inexperience. But the Six of Wands is like, the only way to have a Six of Wands moment, which is about achievement and success and really, doing it and achieving, is to do it so that you can achieve. And so, again, if it feels right to you, whatever is presented to you, if it feels right, again, if it feels right to your soul, then step on out there. And, because the only way to transform inexperience into experience is to do it, is to move forward, is to try, and then learn as you go. It's interesting because the Six of Wands is crossed by the Hanged Man, and the Hanged Man is a card about surrender. It's about a card of just what they say, Jesus take the wheel, let go and let God. It's a card of just surrendering to the process, not necessarily needing to know everything, not necessarily needing to figure everything out. It's actually a card of trust. It's trusting that your higher self, God, the divine, the most high, your ancestors, whoever has your best interest at heart is guiding you along the way. So there's no need for you to know everything. You do have to trust your intuition, because really your intuition is God speaking to you, Goddess speaking to you, your ancestors, your higher self, the most high. That's what your intuition is. It is that higher. It's like, when you're like up on a mountaintop and you're looking down, it's like that higher wisdom is that part of you, if you will, that already sees the whole big picture and is giving you an intuitive nudge about what to do. So you do have to trust your intuition, but you don't necessarily have to trust just your mental mind. You don't have to know everything and all of the details, but just trust your intuition and trust that you are being divinely guided at this time towards whatever achievement or success or pinnacle that you are wanting and desiring for yourself. And so the wisdom card that came up for you, wow, is co-create. I don't know if you can see that light so bright. Co-create. And co-create does remind you that, again, like I just said, it's not just you, it's your higher self, is the most high, that is helping you to create the life that you are living. Nothing is created by itself. There's always co-creation. And so I will read what co-create has to say. Creativity, art, inspiration, fruition, manifestation. You may not consider yourself a creative person, but in fact, you are creating your reality every moment of every day via your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, intentions, and actions. Yet, you must consider that you do so in partnership with spirit, consciousness, God, or whatever name you call your higher power. You are a spark of this intelligence that works through you, nudging you with inspired thought and intuitive guidance. You are a paintbrush that co-creates a beautiful, unique expression of your own individuality blended with universal spirit. You are a product of divine inspiration, and now you're aligned with it to create miracles. When you view your life as art and know you co-created, only beauty and grace result. Prepare to be amazed. All right, so that is really good. I ain't even gonna lie, I was getting scared for a second when Persephone showed up again, because again, on the good side, she is, that inexperienced part of you that is going out into the world, but then her story is like she gets taken advantage of, and it takes a lot of rescue to pull her out of it. And so sometimes her story comes with a warning about the decisions you make when you are inexperienced. But the way this reading is looking is that, as long as you stay connected to your intuitive self, which is where you hear the voice of God, Goddess, your ancestors, your higher self, as long as you stay in tune with your gut feeling, then your inexperience won't matter, because you will be constantly guided to what is best for you. And again, this week we're looking at receiving and giving of that love energy. And if you go back and listen to the opening intuitive message, it's deeper than just romance, right? It's true love energy is the creative force of the universe. So it's very interesting that it said co-create. And the deeper or more in tune you are with that love energy, then the more you can create the life that you desire for yourself, which can include, romance and partnerships, but everything that you want to create in your life. All right. So that is it for your reading this week, February 2nd through the 8th. Make sure you comment your card selection by February 3rd if you want to be in the running to win our February giveaway. If you are our January giveaway winner that I announced at the beginning, congratulations again to you. Make sure that you comment your congratulations to that person down below. Subscribe to this channel. Book a personal reading, get the magic of self-love, leave a love offering, get your tickets to the secrets of amplifying your abundance through crystals and gemstones that will be taking place on February 5th. I think that's it, y'all. So until we speak again, I'm wishing you all so much peace and love. Thanks for watching. Greetings and welcome to the card results for card group number 3. I will quickly go over the announcements just in case you are one of the ones who skipped ahead. Make sure that you comment your card selection down below by Monday, February 3rd if you want to be in the running to win our February giveaway. Congratulations to our January giveaway that I announced at the beginning of this video. So make sure you go back and listen to that, because it could be you. But even if it's not you, make sure you comment a congratulatory message down below to our winner. Make sure you listen to the opening intuitive message, because I talk about love, divine love, and that will help you to have a deeper understanding of the results that I'm about to give here. On February 7th, I'm doing my class with licensed therapist Nyajala Hendricks Wilson. We are doing a class in Greensboro, North Carolina on February 7th called The Secrets to Amplifying Your Abundance Through Crystals and Astrology. And that is a 2-hour class for only $25. So make sure you click below to get your tickets now, so that you can ensure that you will be in the building. Click down below to watch the annual reading of the year, where I talk about everything that will be happening astrologically in 2020, because one of the things I talk about is every Mercury retrograde of 2020. And guess what? We are on the heels of one right now. So y'all are probably already feeling that Mercury retrograde energy. Anyway, which doesn't have to be a bad thing if you know how to maneuver through it. Also, let's see. Subscribe to this channel. Leave a love offering or a donation if these readings are benefiting you. That link is down below. It's all about reciprocity there. Also, get my book, The Magic of Self-Love. I meant to say this on all of the other ones too, but if you are commenting on YouTube, sometimes, I don't know why, YouTube sometimes deletes my comments, which I don't understand, because my channel, I think because I say the same thing. I say, thank you for participating. Your name is entered into the hat. So it looks the same. So I think from YouTube's perspective, it looks like it's a robot, like, I don't know, spamming. I think that's it. Y'all can comment down below if y'all have a better answer. But as long as you comment by Monday, February 3rd, your name is in the hat. So even if you don't see my comment, or you see it and it goes away, you're still in there, boo. Love you. Your name's still in the hat. So that is it for the announcements. Okay, so the stone that you have at the top of your deck, I don't know how good you can see that because that light's so bright, but it's a jade. It's a green jade. Isn't it pretty, y'all? I love jade. Jade is one of those stones that really helps to calm your energy. It's one of those stones that really helps, like, create inner peace. So if your mind is all over the place, if you're someone who suffers even from anxiety, or you're just in a state of anxiety or a moment of anxiety, or your mind is racing and just, for whatever reason, Jade is one of those stones that's great to carry with you. If you can even get a jewelry piece like wrapped in copper, like Copper Vibrations, who I've done videos with before. Very soon I'm gonna have a link for them if you want to purchase from them through me, so be on the lookout for that. But you know, if you want to wear it in jewelry, jade is one of those stones. It's good to just have on you to help keep that energy of calm and peace. Excuse me. Like most green stones, yes, it can help with, you know, abundance and love, but it's more so, I would say more so that love energy, and that heart chakra energy, but that love energy and that prosperity and money energy flow on a very similar frequency, so it can help with both of those. But you know what I always tell you to do if you want to know more about this particular stone? Google jade. All right, so the goddess that is at the top of your deck, and for those, if this is your first time watching, the first card comes from a goddess energy deck, and the goddesses speak to us all, whether we are man or woman, whether we believe in them or not. It doesn't really matter. It's their stories and their lessons that teach us what we need to know in our own lives. And this week we are looking at what you most need to know, do, and be aware of as it relates to increasing that love energy, giving and receiving that love energy. And remember, if you listen to the opening intuitive message, that love energy is divine energy. So it's more than just who you boot up with, but it can be who you boot up with. You get what I'm saying? So the goddess that chose to speak to you about that love energy this week, I believe her name is Hecate. She represents the in-between. Hecate or Hecate, I believe it is. Hecate? I don't know. I hate mispronouncing the goddesses' names. I am familiar with her story, though. She's kind of hard to see because that light is so bright. That's why I'm going to do this for you. Bam! She represents the in-between. Not dead, not alive. Not here, not there. Not good, not bad. You know. The in-between is not a negative space, because sometimes we need to be in an in-between kind of incubator. The only time that it becomes a detrimental space is when you're not moving forward and you're not moving backward either. It's like something happens that keeps you stuck. You know, it's almost like, you know, if something, I'm not saying this is you, this is just an example, but you know, like if something traumatic happens and it keeps somebody looking or focused on the past, but they're no longer in the past, they're in the present, but they also can't move forward to the future. So it's like they're stuck in kind of this negative vortex. And so this goddess actually helps you. She represents that realm, but she also helps you to kind of break free from it and to get out of it in divine timing. So, excuse me, I'm going to read 2 messages from her. The first is her empowerment message, how she can empower you. And the second is her alignment message, which is just in case you find yourself out of alignment with her empowerment message. So her empowerment message says, you are standing in the liminal spaces between what was and what will be, who you have been and who you are becoming. The Greek goddess of crossroads and the in-between, Hecate, welcomes you to her domain and reminds you that neither place is your home. You're being tasked to carefully choose the direction of your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and actions. Now is not the time for hasty action or stubbornness, but a fierce self-inventory. Bless the past for what it has provided and release all attachments to the stories of what was. Now is the time to understand the responsibilities required of you as you move forward into a new version of yourself that is as yet unformed. Who do you want to become? What kind of life are you prepared to live? And how will you wisely yield your power to co-create a new world beneficial for others, not just yourself? You have the magic of Hecate pulsing through you and calling to you to answer. Say yes and step into the unknown to discover what is not yet manifest. As soon as you do, the goddess Hecate will bring her eternal torch to light your way. Decisions. I'll say this to add to that. Choices are so important right now. And some of you, again, you're not the only one who selected card group number 3. So if this doesn't pertain to you, just release it. But, when we fail to make choices, that's what keeps us in that in-between. That's what keeps us at a crossroads. But the crossroads are designed for you to make a choice, for you to choose. And if you are feeling like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to, then pray or meditate or whatever and ask for clarity. But it's not good to be stagnant or stuck for a very long time, because then you get comfortable being stuck. And we don't want that for you. Okay. So her alignment message says, there are times when you find yourself stuck between worlds, unable to go back to the way things were and afraid to move forward without knowing what you're facing. This indecision can be crippling, but you can't stay forever in the in-between. The goddess Hecate offers you a sacred alignment task. Make a move. It doesn't matter if you stumble or fall. After all, you can always course correct. Bring love to the part of you that is afraid, that has lost faith. Remember, you are not alone, as the goddess Hecate will not abandon you in the dark, nor will you remain there for long. Consider, as you move forward through life, the sacred challenge of trusting the magic that makes this world and your part in it sing with meaning. Don't be afraid to step into the dark. The goddess Hecate will raise her torch and show you the way out. All right, so again, what it say? Indecision can be crippling, but you can't stay forever in the in-between. So whatever it is that you need to make a decision about in your life, it's time. It's time. And again, with this being the week that we're talking about, I'm sorry, I dropped something. Talking about that love energy, make all of your decisions in love. Ask yourself, what is my highest and best good? What is the most loving choice that I can make for myself right now? All right. So whatever that is, now's the time to do it. So you know what I always tell you to do. If you want to know more about this goddess, make sure you Google Hecate. It's Hecate. And just read her story, because their stories always teach us so much more. All right. So the card that, the card that is on the bottom here represents where you are now, your general wisdom and guidance. The card that crosses it lets you know what can help or hinder you at this time. And so you receive the 6 of Pentacles, and it is crossed by the 3 of Swords. The 6 of Pentacles, and it is crossed by the 3 of Swords. Should be up there now. All right. So the 6 of Pentacles is one of those cards that is all about balance. It is about giving and receiving. A lot of times when we see this card, we do think in terms of money, because it is a Pentacles card, or something physical like material wealth or material resources. It doesn't necessarily have to be money, but just something physical of value. And it represents that law of giving and receiving, that law of reciprocity, and that sometimes you're the giver, sometimes you're the receiver. Sometimes you are the one who has the wealth of abundance to pour out to into your world or into others, and sometimes you are the one who is in depletion. I mean, if you look very closely at this card, I don't know how closely you can see it here, but if you look very closely, I mean, here she is. She has the wealth. She represents the abundance, but he's down here kind of destitute and the one in need. And in life, whether we're talking about money or not, sometimes we play both. We've all played both roles in terms of money, in terms of love, in terms of, affection, in whatever. Sometimes we're the ones who's giving, and sometimes we're the ones who are receiving. And so the 6 of Pentacles is reminding you this week the importance of being in balance with how you flow your own energy. But because this week we are specifically looking at that love energy, how Is your love energy flowing? You know, how much of your love energy are you giving, and how much are you actually receiving in return? I'm feeling like for some of you, you could be not necessarily this person down here. Let me say it a little differently. Some of you may even be the person up top who is giving, but you're giving in a way that is depleting you. You're not necessarily giving from your abundance. You're not necessarily giving from an abundance of love. You're giving because inwardly you feel a depletion of love. Inwardly you feel a depletion of self-worth and self-value. So you're overcompensating. You're her, but you're her like she's abundant, but you might be her, but really him on the inside. Like you're doing the most from a heart space and a mental space of not feeling like you're worthy of the best. And I'm only saying that because it's also crossed by the Three of Swords, which I'm going to get to in a second. And then Hecate came out first, which is about making decisions, getting out of that stuck place and that in between. And so some of you may be in this cycle of always pouring out of yourself to others, giving so much love, giving so much, some of you might be giving your money, your financial resources, and it's not coming back to you, and just flowing out all of this energy, love. What did I say, Jade? Did I say what? Jade, you know, moving on that same, the heart chakra, it moves on the same frequency, love and money. So, or money or resources and love. And so you're just pouring, and how's that coming back to you? Now, some of you could be the opposite person who's just depleting someone else, taking more because you're not raising your own standards. So you become that leech. But I really feel like for some of you, it's really like and this could play out in a lot of different ways. Like you might be doing this on your job, might not be in your love relationship. You might be the one at work who's doing all of the work, managing all of the projects, doing all of this stuff in hopes of your coworkers stepping up the ball, or hopes of your employees or your staff, you know, stepping up, and they're just not, because you're doing the most. And you know, by nature, why would anybody step up? If you're doing the most, then you don't leave enough for other people to do, right? If you're the one who's just pouring out all of this love energy and telling folks, you ain't got to love me back in return. You don't have to give back to me. You don't have to do, just let me love you. Then you can't be mad when they don't love you back in return, because your actions are saying, I will do it all. I will give it all. I will always be here, and you don't have to do anything in return for me. Is that you? Is that you? If it is, Hecate is saying, get out of that in-between stuck place. And because it is crossed by the Three of Swords, and I mean, look at it up close, y'all. I mean, swords piercing the heart. It's like, the Three of Swords is, you know, a lot of times when this card comes up, we immediately just say heartbreak, right? And we say heartbreak as though you didn't see it coming. Like, man, wow, you were all deep in love, and then boom, heartbreak came. But the swords themselves, the suit of swords, always represent knowledge and awareness. So you are aware of something that is piercing your heart. It's not like you didn't know. I feel like for some of you, y'all are in situations that you've been getting all the warning signs for a long time, and you're just not paying attention, because the Three of Swords is, but you knew though. Whether it was your intuition or whether it was you had facts and data and clear information, whatever, you knew. You were aware something didn't feel right. So the heartbreak or the betrayal or the people not treating you right on your job, whatever, is not like you're not blindsided. Because again, Hecate being the crossroads, being that stuck place, you've been there for a while. It's not like you got there today and was like, damn, I'm stuck. I'm in the in-between. You know, that realm represents in between. Like, you've been there for a while. You've been aware of this for a while. It's been an issue for a while. You know, it's been something you've been going through for some time. So since this week, we're looking at how to increase that love energy in general, and go back and listen to my opening intuitive message that I did at the beginning, because I talked about pouring that love energy into you. If you're not doing that and you're just pouring it, you're giving all to everything and everyone else and not to yourself, then this Three of Swords, heartbreak, betrayal, shouldn't really be a surprise, because you're doing the most in a way that doesn't benefit you. So like Hecate said, you have to make a decision. Your decision should always, again, a shameless, I think I did this on the other group. Not so shameless plug, the magic of self-love, get it. Because your decisions have to be rooted in self-love. It doesn't mean that you don't consider other people, but how can you genuinely love other people when you don't love yourself? Really, you're not even if you're pouring out love and abundance or whatever to other people, you're still doing them a disservice, because it's not coming from a place of abundant love within inside of yourself. It's coming from a place of lack, fear, rejection. I don't want to be hurt. I don't want to go through, you know what I mean? If I just love them enough, then maybe they'll do right energy. It's not coming from a genuine heart space energy. Okay? So Hecate, as well as this Three of Swords, as well as this Six of Pentacles, is asking you to make a decision to love yourself, and then flow your love energy or your money energy or your time energy or your energy, whatever, in a way that is mutually beneficial. It has to benefit you as well as others, not just others. There's nothing wrong with doing what is best for you. It doesn't make you wrong. It doesn't make you selfish in a bad way. Really, when you do what's best for you, that's how you position yourself to give the very best to those that you love. And this is the silver lining. Your wisdom card is poised. Poised. And poise represents, really, as it says, being poised, being in position for blessing, being in the position to receive whatever good it is that you are wanting for your life. So I'm going to read what it says. Poised, being ready, bringing something to light, being at your best, confidence. You can be assured that you are ready for anything right now. You know that you know what you need to. Your skills are sharp. You've come to this place armed with wisdom and knowledge, and you sense a new phase of your life about to begin. People respond to your confidence and trust you. This is an auspicious time to begin new things. I'm going to read the relationship message as well. It says, when you're confident and happy in your own skin, you are ready for deeper, more intimate relationships. You have nothing to prove right now. You are completely yourself and can handle anything. Love, friendships, and harmonious new connections are all present now or are coming in. You're ready to give and receive from the heart. This is a beautiful place to be. The prosperity message says, you have every reason to feel confident. Everything you need to make your success concrete is now at your disposal. You can take action knowing you are ready to step into your power, into your lights, and into your service to the world. The direction you're moving in is in your destiny. Your soul is smiling with joy as you align with this truth. You are poised for the best. You are poised and in position for, you're never in a better position to receive the best love, the best resources, the best, money, the best love, all of that. You're never in the better position than when you're at the crossroads and you realize, man, I don't want to go back to where I came from. I'm ready for something more. So even if you're feeling this Three of Swords energy depleted in your heart energy, depleted in any kind of way, or betrayal in any kind of, even if you're feeling that, that means you are poised. You are there's no better position to be ready for something better than when you've been through the shit. Whatever the shit is for you, right? So you are poised for the best. Just choose it. Choose. Like Heke said, choose. When you choose, it's just your time to make a better choice. That's all. And when you make a better choice, then better experiences flow to you. All right. So that is it for your reading this week, February 2nd through the 8th. Comment your card selection by Monday, February 3rd to be in the running to win our February giveaway. Get your tickets now to the Secrets to Amplifying Your Abundance through Crystals and Astrology. Watch Everybody's in Aquarius, including you, part 1 and part 2. That link is down below. Leave a love offering if this reading has benefited you in any kind of way. It doesn't matter how much. It's just about the law of reciprocity. Book a personal reading. Congratulations, and congratulate our winner. If that is not you, you can do that in the comment section down below. And I think that's it. Until we speak again, I am wishing you all so much peace and love. Have a wonderful week. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. I always do this ending, this closing at the end, because in my brain, I feel like some of y'all might just be watching the entire episode. So to those of you who are here, thank you. To those of you who just skipped ahead, thank you. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and share. Also comment your card selection by February 3rd if you want to be in the running to win our February giveaway. Get your tickets to the Secrets to Amplifying Your Abundance through Crystals and Gemstones. That link is down below. Also watch Everybody's in Aquarius part 1 and 2. And book your own personal reading. Get my book, The Magic of Self-Love, and leave a love offering. All of those links are down below. It is always my pleasure to do these videos, and thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate each and every one of you. Until we speak again, I am wishing you all so much peace and love.